Alrighty, in our final buy or sell topic, we're going to be discussing another potential WrestleMania match. And if you thought I was pissed off before, just wait. So, Bray Wyatt has been going out there and doing Bray Wyatt's thing, cutting cryptic promos, but maybe the promos that he's been cutting lately aren't exactly so cryptic because a window has been opened and I'm looking through that window and I can see someone standing out there. And that person is The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt cut a promo on this past episode of SmackDown and he uttered the phrase, "I'm not afraid of anything alive or dead." And then on Monday Night Raw, here are a few comments from his most recent promo. "I've been watching you for quite some time now, and oh, how they used to fear you. But you've turned all of that fear into love and admiration. Now I am the new face of fear. The devil is real, and he cannot wait to see you again. I know you're listening. Find me." Do you buy or sell a potential matchup between, and before I even get there, it may not turn out to be The Undertaker, but it's very clear at this point that at the very least, WWE wants people to speculate on it possibly, maybe being The Undertaker, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, it could be about Kane.
Yeah. Shit, honestly, I'd buy that. If it gets him away from The Undertaker, I'm all in. Bray Wyatt versus Kane.
Let's have another Ring of Fire match.
Yes, and then we'll have guys who were banned from ringside still get involved and be involved with the finish, right? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So you guys you pretty much know where I'm at. I'm selling the hell out of Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. I'm selling the hell out of Undertaker versus anybody. But
see, at least when I sold Daniel Bryan versus Ziggler, I sold that high. You know, I put a high price tag on that one because I could get a little bit of value for that.
Yeah, and at least I put that on the shelf and, chose
this
to
one's on
revisit the
goddamn
purchase.
clearance. Like, this one is like, goddamn,
Everything must go.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, a big time sell. Big time sell. I don't want to see Undertaker wrestle at WrestleMania again. The streak's over. No, I don't want this. It would be not so great in the... I can't even imagine. I'm thinking back to the Brock Lesnar match. I'm thinking about that last ride. I'm thinking about that pile driver that was, 2 feet off the ground. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, him facing Bray Wyatt, I cannot imagine that match really being any good. And again, if you put Taker back 4 or 5 years ago, if this is in a different period when Taker is more Taker, I'm all for this match, but not with the way it is now. The streak's over. I especially don't want to see it now that the streak's over. I don't want to see Taker wrestle at WrestleMania again, unless it's this specialty match against Sting. And I know that, and again, I don't want to be that guy who just gives in because I'm trying to be yes, I don't want to see Taker wrestle no matter what. But if it's Sting, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a situation well, damn, if you're gonna have Taker on the show, then it better be Sting.
Hell, if you're gonna have both of them on the show.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. As much as people have been dreaming about this match, and see, here's the thing: WWE has me campaigning for Taker versus Sting just to get Undertaker away from Bray Wyatt. Because here's the thing: I thought that the match at WrestleMania 30 it ended perfectly. I love the story that was told in Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and it's great to see Charlie. What you?
Okay, I'm ready for it. He loved it because it was taking up a lot of space in his ass. He had to pull it out of there.
See, I don't even know why I even opened up the floor for you to say something. Anyway,
I wasn't prepared with the joke. I didn't know this was coming.
I loved the story that was told, and I think that was a fitting ending to The Undertaker. The gimmick is dead now. The dead man is dead. Let him rest in peace. And I don't understand what Bray Wyatt has to gain from this, because he talks about how he's a new face of fear. Maybe he wants to go out there and prove something to The Undertaker. But the whole thing about it is, what does The Undertaker have that you even want to take? The face of fear, that position is not up for contention now. Anything that Undertaker had to his name, Brock Lesnar took it by force last year. This would be the equivalent of some up-and-coming fighter trying to fight Rocky. Like, how many Rocky movies have there been? Like 5 or 6? Shit, let's go for Rocky 7. Rocky is...
Might be 8. I don't know. I've never seen any of them. Guessing. Sorry.
But yeah, somebody dig up Rocky to this day. Start going out there cutting promos on Rocky, and let's create a movie out of that. Like, what do you have to gain from picking? You're bullying him. Don't be a bully. Be a star, Bray Wyatt. God damn.
And if you're gonna bully somebody else, because I don't want to see the match.
Yeah, I don't want to see this match. No, not one bit. And again, there's really nothing for Wyatt to gain, like you just said. And I look at it this way: can we just let the guy have the end to his career be the end to his career? Do we have to? I mean, again, if Undertaker goes over Wyatt, that makes this match 100 times more pointless, if you ask me, because then Wyatt loses, so there's nothing. Now he just went right down the shitter. Like, you go back to last year with the Cena thing, that put him in a bad spot. Now if he loses to Taker, who doesn't even have the streak anymore and is a shell of his former self, now Wyatt is completely irrelevant. So if Wyatt beats Taker, then that's 2 matches in a row that Taker loses. So either way, I don't think this does anything good. I don't like it. I really don't.
And it's no buys on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely not.
At least Sting you'd make money off of.
Swaggy is saying in the chat, what if Bray is talking about Hulk Hogan? No, that's the next match. He's going to do that after. Then he's going to talk about Hulkamania, and Hulkamania will run no more. Stuff like that. So, yeah, this is Bray Wyatt's strategy now, because all it's going to say in the record books, Bray Wyatt beat Undertaker, Bray Wyatt beat Hulk Hogan. Never mind the fact that, they're in the state that they are. Because I was actually going back and forth with someone on Twitter about that. Like, a win over The Undertaker is going to be a huge push for Bray Wyatt. Did you see that match last year? Did you see that match?
Oh,
Undertaker got his ass whooped.
Yeah,
probably still selling those injuries.
In fact, he left in an ambulance.
Yeah.
And I mean, he came into that match looking bad. He
didn't come back 3 days later, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, again, like the year before, he has the match with Punk. The year later, he has one with Lesnar. It's like he just had the match with Punk, even though it had been a whole year. There was no evidence that he had recovered well. The guy is at a state that's just so bad, and to see Wyatt, dominate him, I get what the point of, in the record books, Bray Wyatt owns a win over Taker, nonetheless, at WrestleMania. But it's like he earns a W over Taker in a very deteriorated state, not Taker in the kind of, like, oh my god, this is Undertaker as we know him. He's not a threat to Bray Wyatt. Like, I would expect Bray Wyatt to beat Undertaker this year, considering the fact that Brock beat him last year,
I believe the character was put to rest at WrestleMania. And like I said before, I would be perfectly fine with never seeing The Undertaker in WWE again, like wrestling in a match.
What about the American Badass?
Hell no. I didn't want to see him the first time, much less a comeback.
It'd be kind of funny if they did that. I can't lie. I'd probably laugh out loud if I saw that come back instead of the dead man.
Shit, let's get some comedy out of this.